wish Conor wasn't doing these types of things.
Conor McGregor has responded to Logan Paul's fight offer. After Conor backed his training partner Dylan Dennis to beat Logan Paul ahead of their fight, Logan has now called out Conor McGregor, saying he's next after he'll knock out Dylan Dennis. This is what Conor had to say about the call out.
Logan said you might be next.
Slap the nose off. He's gonna beat Dylan. He's gonna beat Logan.
Logan has since offered Conor a $1 million bet that he'll beat Dylan.
Conor McGregor, never one to shy away from sharing his views, has weighed in on Logan Paul's latest training footage. The Irish fighter, known for his sharp critiques and attention to detail, offered his take on Paul's progress as the YouTuber-turned-boxer gears up for his next big bout. Logan's intense training sessions, highlighting improved technique and power, have stirred discussions across the combat sports.
Real thing over here. I think these WWE guys think this is... They're not right in the head, some of them. I mean, what's the main guy, John Cena? He's wanting around, he's 40, yeah, he's 40 years of age. He's wanting around in a luminous orange t-shirt and a headband, talking about nobody can see him. We can see him right there. He's a big fat 40-year-old failed Mr. Olympian motherfucker. I mean, they're dweebs, those guys. This is the real shit. I've got to get in and fight a man for real, with no script, with no nothing. So he was talking about challenging, bringing some other wrestler guys over to challenge me. I was saying, come bring it then. This is the real shit over here. If you want to come over, we can fight, no problem. And then a few of them are talking about the street and all. If they want to do that, come at me and see what happens. That might have been a bit ruthless of me to say, but again, it ain't trash talk, it's true talk.
Conor McGregor, he's taking shots at really not just one of you guys, all of you guys across the board. He's had a few things to say. What's your response to what McGregor's been saying?
You know, it's funny. I almost don't even want to respond. I won't say his name because it's obvious that he's trolling WWE to, you know, create a buzz for this fight he's got coming up.
To your arena.
Like I said, I don't want to spend any more time talking about that little guy from, you know, he's cute.
McGregor's response quickly grabbed fans' attention, with many eager to know if the Notorious was impressed, critical, or perhaps even considering a showdown with the social media star himself. In December 2024, Conor McGregor announced preliminary agreements for a boxing exhibition against Logan Paul in India. He revealed the Amani family, including billionaire Mukesh Ambani, was behind organizing the event. McGregor declared, "I have agreed and will focus on my octagon return afterward." However, doubts linger about the fight's feasibility despite the high-profile claims.
To grant Conor McGregor the right to fight Logan Paul, and Dana hates the Pauls. You know how Dana holds grudges. We know how he holds grudges. For him to be in cahoots with the Paul brothers in any facet, that blows me.
Hey guys, welcome to some breaking news, and this is pretty bonkers. This is coming from Conor McGregor. He says the rumors of a bout with Topuria are false. I am in preliminary agreements with the Ambani family to face Logan Paul in a boxing exhibition in India. I have agreed. I will then seek my return to the octagon. Now, there is no way I can't see this happening if Conor has agreed, because Conor is going to be the biggest stumbling block. There is no way Logan Paul turns down this opportunity.
Conor McGregor's an average MMA fighter and a horrible boxer. I'm going to beat the shit out of...
The UFC generally prohibits its fighters from competing in external combat sports without prior approval, ensuring exclusive control over their athletes' professional engagements. However, exceptions have been granted in the past, with Conor McGregor's high-profile 2017 boxing match against Floyd Mayweather being the most notable example. That event, dubbed the Money Fight, was a monumental crossover that drew global attention and generated massive financial success for all parties involved.
McGregor. He's the Caucasian Floyd Mayweather. You know, he's a knockoff version, but
it's a great goddamn comparison right there.
Yeah.
It may be the funniest thing I've ever.
Yeah, he's a hell of a knockoff version.
There has to be a level of respect now, after that, because after
I take my hat off to him.
Yeah.
I mean, he a dog.
The best moment for me was after that fight, when you guys hugged after the fight, and he was like, "I'm mad that they stopped it. You should have just put me down." He said, "I didn't have no leg."
I mean, I want the man to have a career after me.
Yeah.
It sounded good when the fight was over.
Yeah.
You know, when I was digging off in his He was like, you know.
What is the conversation about you going into the octagon? Is that a real conversation?
Anything is possible. I can go get a deal right now from the UFC. Probably $4-5 billion deal if that's what I want.
He's bankrupt, and you're about to be. It should be 50. Nah. Bentley. Nah. We have a bollocks to the IRS. Yeah. Sing it for me, beautiful, yeah.
Including the UFC. A potential boxing exhibition between McGregor and Logan Paul would likely face similar hurdles, requiring UFC President Dana White's approval to proceed. While White has previously shown a willingness to greenlight such lucrative endeavors, it remains unclear whether he would entertain another crossover event of this nature.
That shit is crazy.
WrestleMania in Vegas.
Like 100,000 people, bro.
Allegiant Stadium. Yeah, it's gonna go crazy. Yeah, you should do something.
Are you gonna be back in time for that? No.
Brother, come on, I'm retired. I'm a dad, bro.
He's taking time off.
I'm a dad.
Pops. Yeah.
Within 4 minutes of this child being born, I felt a love, an endless, infinite love, instantaneously that I've never felt in my life. I love 2 women in my life, Nina and my mom. All of a sudden, there's a third little woman here who instantaneously has my entire soul. She's lit my being on fire, and I would do anything.
Logan Paul, a YouTuber turned boxer, has gained traction in the combat sports world, particularly after securing a deal with the WWE and showing promise in high-profile boxing exhibitions. His markability and McGregor's star power could make the matchup a financial windfall, drawing significant pay-per-view buys and global attention. McGregor himself has expressed interest in returning to the boxing ring while maintaining his commitment to an eventual UFC comeback. He recently claimed to have reached preliminary agreements for a fight with Logan Paul in India.
Confirmed it. So Conor McGregor is due to fight Logan Paul, not to be confused with Jake Paul, in India for $250 million each. He ain't making your money back. So this is from MacLife Official, who's one of my faves. They're the salt of the earth people. Conor McGregor and Logan Paul are featured as part of the historic Visit India tourism campaign, so it's government funded, yeah? It's a clash in Mumbai, iconic stadium. The two will be rewarded for their efforts, with McGregor set to walk away with $250 million. That's more than to fight Floyd.
Try and get close, but I have no idea where that kind of meeting point is going to be. Conor's up at like 170 odd now, so perhaps they can kind of get around that 190 range, 200 range. I'm really not sure, but yeah, an exhibition. I mean, straight away, my first thoughts are, how legit is this going to be? Because Conor's not going to want to sign for something where he's going to be made to look stupid. Logan, Logan wouldn't mind losing to Conor.
By billionaire Mukesh Ambani and his family. Despite these assertions, many remain skeptical about the fight's feasibility. Questions surrounding contractual approvals, logistical challenges, and the UFC's willingness to accommodate another crossover bout add to the uncertainty. Nevertheless, a clash between McGregor and Paul would undoubtedly capture the imagination of both traditional combat sports fans.
I mean, on paper, this sounds fantastic, right? This is going to be a great fight. But then you think about who's fighting. Arguably 2 of the greatest marketers in martial arts history. Of course, we have McGregor, who can sell tickets with his eyes closed, and Logan Paul, who's going to use all of his social media power to get everyone under the age of 15 to buy the pay-per-view. And I think every single person knows exactly how this is going to play out. This fight is going to be set sometime in late 2025 or 2026. McGregor's gonna start talking shit early, make personal attacks, yada yada yada. Logan's gonna make it his entire personality and keep posting videos on social media to promote it, and also make some attacks at McGregor. Then they're gonna have these crazy, extravagant press conferences where it gets really heated and they're arguing and they're just going back and forth at one another. And then it's gonna be marketed as the biggest fight of all time. There's gonna be so much anticipation built up around it. People just can't wait until that day comes. Then finally, it's time for fight night. All the prelims are pretty good. They have like a 20-minute walkout, and it's the most underwhelming fight you've ever seen. And I'll just imagine that Jake wins, Conor gets millions of dollars, and the next day we're talking about the fight being rigged once again. That's exactly how it's gonna play out. We've been here like 8 times. Don't fall for it. This fight is gonna...
Fans and the wider audience continuing the trend of blending sports entertainment with professional fighting. For now, whether the bout materializes remains a topic of speculation.
From 0 to 100, what are the chances that Jake Paul ever fights Conor McGregor?
0.
0?
Yeah.
Never happened.
Listen, man, I get it. These kids, listen, both these kids, him and his brother, have done a good job of injecting themselves into the fight world. I am a huge Boston Celtics fan, okay? I love Nate Robinson. Nate's awesome, okay? Have you ever seen basketball fights? Have you ever seen when fights break out in the basketball court?
Yep.
Yeah. Some of the shittiest fights you'll ever see in your life, okay?
AK. Because usually every day there's a Conor tweet. And usually it's something about a fight that probably could never happen. And the day just goes on, right? We go on, we read the tweet, or we see it in our Slack channel. We're just like, okay, he's just saying things. And then we just, maybe we create a graphic, and then that's really all the chatter about it. I go to the gym this morning, and when the workout ends, I go to my phone. Literally, every news outlet on planet Earth that I have on my phone has sent an alert out. Breaking news, Conor McGregor.
Like his brother. You know, I said earlier this week, his brother lost to the video game kid from England.
Right.
Now you're gonna fight Floyd Mayweather. That gets you a fight with Floyd Mayweather. That's pretty crazy. But I get it. There's a lot of money in it. There's a market for those kind of fights. It's not what I do.
All the right buzzwords in there, didn't he? Again, Logan Paul, you know, you name one of the Paul brothers these days, you're going to get some social media, some bounce right there. The Ambani family, like I said, one of the wealthiest families in the entire world. Again, and anyone that hadn't heard of them definitely heard of them this past summer. So like they have reached well beyond India. I mean, they're just an extraordinarily famous family now. Again, they already were. So I say there's just more people on our side of the pond that have heard of them now. Of course, they were insanely famous before. And then even mentions Topuria. That was cheeky. Like, oh, that throwing out like two rumors at once. You know, saying like, oh yeah, that was that rumor.